were you doing just before, okay, getting off into or starting a company bought it?
So I was at a company called LegalZoom. So what we did at LegalZoom was pretty much if you're looking to start a business or do anything legal related to your company, LegalZoom can kind of streamline that process for you. It make things a little bit easier. So at that time, I was building the mobile division for LegalZoom, where we were kind of transitioning everything from our legacy website and different things like that, and building out a whole mobile infrastructure, mobile division for the side of the business, which was very, very big at the time. So, so that was kind of what I was doing right before they went public. That was kind of that was my transition. And then I started Bot It and really started Bot It to build out that process.
Okay, okay. Now, and this is an interesting question before, like, I guess jumping in about it.
Yep.
Do you was it like, did you look forward to working with companies prior to the IPO? Because again, that's something that's interesting in and of itself in terms of
Yeah.
getting with maybe startups. And I know a lot of times the employees, they kind of compensate them with maybe giving them some shares and something like that of the
Yeah.
company prior to going public, so you can benefit of that. Now the pay may be a little lower, but again, I would imagine that a lot of people kind of take that approach of working with different startups because you don't have that bureaucracy of bigger companies, but also you can participate in the success of an IPO launch or something along the lines of
Right.
that. So was that kind of strategic, uh or
It
was
was,
it
yeah.
just kind of happenstance?
Right, that's a great question. That's a great question. It was very strategic in a way where I think that I knew where LegalZoom at the time was around for like 15, 17 years when I
Wow.
joined. I knew that they were going to be going public soon. And personally, I really like working with startups.
Yeah.
I really enjoy working with startups. I like working with early stage companies. I'm very comfortable in that space. Joining LegalZoom, which, like I said, was around 15 to 17 years when I joined it, so a little bit further along than the
Yep.
early stage typical startup. But the what intrigued me about the position of before joining LegalZoom was that they had their mobile division did not exist. So I was kind of just starting. It was kind of like a startup within a bigger business, and that's kind of what attracted me to the position where I knew that I was going to start from the ground up. I had a certain funds that I could work with in order to build out a team, be able to build this brand new product. So it kind of gave me that entrepreneurship startup bug, even though it was a larger size company. It was cool to be a part of that. And then you talked about going on being part of a publicly traded company, seeing it from not public to or private to actually going public. That process, it was interesting because as you're going through investing your shares and going through that and seeing your shares, it pays off very well in the sense of if you put in the work, you put in the time, being a part of something like when LegalZoom went public, it was something that very financially beneficial, but it's a lot of hard work. It's a lot
For
of
sure.
hard work, and like I said, you got to go through your vesting schedule. So and a lot of people out there are going through that. So I know people that, for example, work at Amazon or something like that, where they're already public, so you do get shares and you do get to go through a vesting schedule. Those are always beneficial. I always tell people that some people just want to say, "Hey, I'd rather take the money up front." If that's something that you do need, everybody has their different financial situations, but I would tell you in the long run, going with equity route, going with stocks and things like that, that'll take you a little bit further, depending on how the company is going. You got to make your own business decisions as far as what's best for your family, but going with equity is typically a better long term play over of course.